Tonight we come live to you with a game of two teams who are having great seasons, but right now one is playing incredibly well and the other one's hitting a little bit of a slump. How will it turn out tonight as the Rochester Americans take on the Iowa Wild? We'll show you all of that very shortly. Hi everyone, T-Sibs with you. Joining me tonight is 6'9" from our regular show, and we also have Jay Rick here tonight, who's going to be in this game on left wing and playing for Rochester this evening. And we'll start with Jay Rick and the matchup tonight. You know, we've got an Iowa team who we've seen all year long wind up being a problem for a lot of teams, and they're incredibly talented. They're doing very well this season, and both your team and their team are are in the playoffs for the most part now, and so you're just trying to get things going. How do you approach a team like the Wild tonight and a line that, that's done pretty well so far this season? Tommy has done incredibly well all year long. What's your goal for tonight, Jay Rick, in playing this game against Iowa?
Well, like you said, Tommy's been playing incredible, and his stats are proving it, and his whole line's been proving it. So I feel like first thing to do is interrupt their passing and play smart defense when they're in their zone. They're a puck control team. They like to play deep in our zone, and we have to interrupt that, get shots on that, and take the advantages when they come at us.
And the line you've been playing with, we've watched a few of your games with Crosby and Duff, and you guys seem to have really good chemistry. Your passing is that of a first line quality. You guys know where you're going to be, and you're more than willing to set up each other. Tell me about how the chemistry's been all season with the three of you.
These guys, Duff I've been playing with since NHL 14, and I told him to join the league, and he did. He got on the team late in the CHL, and then he played his games to make him eligible for the draft, and we went after him. And I asked him, a good center, and he told me Crosby, and then we started practicing with each other before the season started, and we gained the chemistry and figured out how each other play. And honestly, these guys, coming from the CHL to the AHL level, they improved very fast. We had a slow start in the beginning of the season, but after that, we just clicked just like that.
Now, obviously, you don't want to look past, everyone in your division in the Eastern North. You've got games to play there before you can hopefully come out of there and play and maybe be in the finals and match up against a team like the Wild. But is there anything that you try and come away with, try and learn from playing a team like Iowa tonight?
Pretty much we want to sit there and do our best to play defensively. Sometimes we play too offensively and it bites us in the end. So if we play more defensively and then pretty much like the mistakes they make, we have to take our opportunities on that.
Right.
The penalties and stuff like that, we need to take opportunities on those teams.
All right, well, we'll let you get going. Best of luck tonight, and thanks again for providing your stream for the broadcast tonight.
Anytime,
good luck,
man.
buddy. Good luck, man.
That's Jay Rick joining us tonight, and he's going to get ready and get his guys together to play the game tonight, and he's providing us the stream, which will be nice to have, and a chance to watch these guys. And maybe not everyone has had a chance to see everyone in this league and some of the better teams. You play your own games, 6, and maybe you don't get a chance to see other teams play that often. And here's an opportunity for people now to get a chance to watch a couple of the better teams in the league. And everyone knows that Iowa's playing incredibly well. You look at what they've done in the last couple of weeks. They have put up some pretty good numbers. They've won 4 straight this week. They're 6 of 7 overall here in week 8. They've won 15 out of their last 17 games, and they really haven't hit any rough spots this season. And again, even though they may not have an awful lot to play for, this is a well-disciplined team, and they're not just going to walk through these games and wait for the playoffs to start.
Yeah, we hope to put up a good fight, right? But a lot of these teams that are doing very well like that, um, it's a tough team, right? Right. This
Sure.
it's gonna be a really, really, really tough matchup. We hit a little bit of a skid there, you know, um, but I think we're firing back here, and yeah, we'll see what happens. It'll be a good show. That's for sure. And it is nice, Sids. It is nice to have, the community be able to watch some other, things that go on other than their own games. Because I know I watch a ton. I've seen these guys play a lot of times, and it's really nice that we're doing something like this, and it's cool for other people to see them.
So what are you looking for now? Week 8, you got one more game left here, and you got one more week before the season's over. What are you? We'll talk more about it on the show on Sunday, but, tell us a little bit more about what you're doing at this point of the season, trying to get ready for the playoffs.
Yeah, so, we've, from the beginning of the season, we've lost a couple key players, right? We just literally lost, probably my number one D-man in D-Mac. Unfortunately, work things happened for him, and
right.
Life goes on, and, we had to give him the boot because he couldn't play. So, that's a big stab. And then, the NHL had to send compensation for a player that they had traded about 2 weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
I've been playing with short one center. So first and foremost is to identify my player that I'm calling up in both positions, and then keep the unity of the team together. Right. This time when we face adversity for the first time in the season right now, it's how we rebound next week and what happens there. And then the manager and me and the team, all the management staff and the people around the team who help, with decision making, we'll make the right decisions for the team, and hopefully, get to the finals.
You had taken over the lead of the division, and now Toronto's won a few games now in place of what you guys have struggled with, and so they've put themselves back in first. Is that are you concerned with position in this division, or does it really matter who you play in the top 4?
Well, I don't think we beat the Crunch once this season. So, and maybe we did once. I don't think so. I think literally they beat us every time. So to be honest with you, probably want to take over that first position. If not, I feel I like our chances in a long series against the teams in our division. Yes. So.
And we talk a little bit. We could talk a little bit about your division, and what's been going on. Besides the fact that you and Toronto have been battling, as you mentioned, Syracuse has played very well of late. They've won 5 in a row so far this week, and are 4 points behind you guys. And so the battle is continuing on for who's going to be 2, 3, and 4. Binghamton 10 points back of you guys. Maybe now that they've lost 6 in a row, and they were one of the hotter teams. You're having to try and hold off Syracuse, and so, you've been dealing with Toronto mostly for the season. Now you got to worry about another team being a force, and whether you're in first or second, you're going to wind up having to play teams that can beat you in a short series.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, couldn't have said it better, to be honest with you. It's going to be a tough road. I don't really care who we play, to be honest with you.
Right.
So we'll see what happens, right? I'm not going to stress out and be like, oh, we got to win all these games next week and all that stuff. We got to make the playoffs. Once we make the playoffs, we go from there.
In that poll that we posted for the show last week, and we asked who was the toughest division, the Eastern North got no love at all, and I think at first I think it was the Eastern Atlantic who people really thought was the weakest, but they've been getting a little bit more publicity lately just because of, I think, of the play of Hershey and Springfield. They've got, and the Penguins, who have played very well of late as well. They've got at least half the league and maybe a couple more teams. That division's a little tougher than people originally thought, but if I'm you, I'm almost hoping that people are sleeping on everyone in the Eastern North, because it might be a benefit to you guys.
Yeah. I mean, it definitely, it definitely could be a benefit. But at the same time, it just comes down to, I think, how you play when you get there,
Mm-hmm.
right? I
Right.
mean, I really feel like it's, you just got to get in, right? You just got to get in. And once you get in, it's how you play, and hopefully your team comes together at the right times.
Well, we're getting close
Are we
here.
waiting on something?
Yeah, I think we're still waiting on. We're waiting on, I think, Crosby in your lineup, and he just showed up. So I think all your guys are there now.
Okay, awesome.
Don't know about the other side, but we're gonna be looking at your feed tonight. And again, we thank J. Rick for providing that for us. And
I can tell you about the other side here in just a second.
And just to talk a little bit more about what happened this past week. Again, you guys have wins against Cleveland and Providence, but lost 3 to start the week and lost 3 in the middle of all that as well, hitting a little bit of a skid. And as we mentioned, on the other side, we have the Iowa Wild, who have only lost 2 games in the past 2 weeks so far. I don't have a final. I'll have to take a look and see if I have a final on that San Jose game. Yeah, they won that one as well tonight, 4-3. So another win for them, and they're looking to close out this week. But Iowa has had some guys get called up. They've had some guys get suspended multiple times. So despite that, they're still a really strong team, and that's to me, it's kind of scary when you see something like that.
Agreed. Yeah, it's I'm going through it right now. The difference is it's not before the trade deadline. So
exactly.
We'll see what happens.
Well, it looks like these teams are getting ready to get going here. So we're gonna get you over to the feed here as these teams are lining up right now. You see the lineup here: Crosby, Rick, and Duff up front for the Rochester Americans. Voss Axios is in there tonight as a call-up. As an ECU on left D, Poe Patches on right D, and Primetime Fresh and net on the other side. And we'll take a look at that lineup here briefly in a minute as soon as we get everybody back on again. But I think they might have had a change, I think, in their lineup, and we'll see if we can pinpoint that. It's a little different than what I saw a little bit earlier. The original lineup for them was Tommy, CJ, and Kessel. And I think there was I guess they're still in there, so I guess that is still the same lineup. Anyway, let's get going with the call here as the Wild win the faceoff and they control. Move in front. Pass gets through back to the point. Good deflection save by Primetime, and he'll clear it out.
Yep, good play by Voss, getting that puck out. Guess that's going to be my focus here.
Well, obviously, yeah, I would think.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Good win by Crosby.
Face off one, and now Crosby gets it over to Duff. Shot is blocked. And now controlled by the Wild. They're trying to find a way out. A tripping call is going to get called on Duff now as delayed penalty is waiting as Iowa holds on, trying to get into the American zone. Get their goalie off. They've got 6 players on now. And Tommy also, I think, perfecting that back in play that a lot of guys, a couple of guys in a while like to do.
Oh, yeah. Good play there for J. Rick.
So a tripping penalty called on Duff as he's off now, and Iowa starts back again here on the power play. Minute and a half left to go. No score here in the first period as Rochester tries to kill this power play. Now the puck controlled by CJ. Gets it back.
Good poke.
In the corner. Now behind the net. Can't wrap it. Good play there by Patches to ward that off. And again, Patches, with some help from Voss, able to get the control of the puck and now flipped out of the zone.
There we go. Nice play by Voss there again. Get that thing out. Get it to the right side and up and out.
Power play is over for Iowa now. Teams are at full strength. The puck is in the Rochester zone, though. Quick pass out front.
Big save.
Nice save by Primetime. Now again controlled. Tommy gets knocked off and a penalty's called. Good shot from the point by Bossy, but a nice save by Primetime. Now again controlled and poked away by Crosby, still kept in the zone. And now Crosby finally gets a stick on it and a play's called.
Yeah, Duff's looking a little anxious, right? A little anxious, a little tapping on the R1 too much.
Second power play of the night for Iowa as they controlled. Good poke check there by Jarick to get that one out from in the middle. And Patches seems to have an idea how to stop that back in play. Puck moved in, a backhander, good save by Primetime. Patches staying close to Tommy, trying to keep him away from this. Clears it out.
Real nice play by Iowa there.
And you see their ability to control the puck is probably why they're incredibly successful this year. Another trip is going to get called here. There'll be a 5-on-3. Yep, for 10 seconds, and so obviously Jarick getting the penalty. The Wild keep it in. Tommy trying to maneuver in front. Gets a shot off, but not able to connect. Now the puck finally cleared out.
Big clear. Real nice clear there.
Minute left to go in the power play. 8:30 in the first period. No score still as we play the last game of week 8 here. Iowa controlling again. Puck cleared out, though, nicely. 20 seconds on the power play. Puck dangerously in front of the net and has to get held on to by Jones.
Well, I think it's the first time we've been down there. So it's good. Do something. Like Iowa's good. Very good.
Good play by Crosby to fight off and out Jarick out of the box as you see another penalty. Their third kill now so far for Rochester. Tommy likes to go to that other side and finds his way in front of the net and a quick backhander.
That was impressive. It's a nice play. Very cool.
Bossy got an assist on that. There was another one called for there. Couldn't quite catch it, but at 13:43, it's Iowa breaking the ice here and getting the 1-0 lead. Quick shot. Iowa now controlling. About to hit the 4-minute mark, left to go in the first period. Puck behind the net. Good quick pass out in front, and just like that, found Tommy again in front of the net.
Another great play.
And 2-0 lead now for Iowa.
Stop the bleeding here.
Now back the other way, Rochester trying to move. Duff gets it to Crosby. Tries to get it back to Duff. Good intercept there by Nitram, and he gets it out. Now coming back the other way. Puck behind the net. Tommy tries to get it out front. Patches, nice deflect. Patches is trying his damnedest to keep Tommy in check, and he's done a pretty good job. But a couple of quick plays have now put Iowa in front 2-0, and Tommy was involved in those. Good block off there on that play by Patches.
Yeah, real nice move there. A little bit anxious on lefty there, pushing up to try to hit.
4.4 left to go in the first period. Off the face, Patches gets it. And Duff just trying to get it out of the zone. And the first period finally over, but not before the Wild strike twice. Couple of goals by Tommy. And his solid season continues for the Iowa Wild as they take a lead here 2-0 after one. And again, as you mentioned, yeah, a lot of time in your zone and not a lot of opportunities so far yet for your guys. And that kind of has to hurt your forward line to get any kind of momentum going when they haven't had a lot of opportunities yet.
Yeah, it's tough. It's tough. You know, I feel like the D's played actually very, very good. You know, I think the plays there are just, Iowa's just a good team, right? They're making the plays.
Right.
And, you make the plays. It's only so much the defense can do. They got to figure out a way to break the puck out and, get shots on net. Yeah, time on attack's 28 seconds to 4 minutes and 30. That's not going to get it done. So we got to turn that around here.
Second period about to get underway here. Iowa controls right off the faceoff. Pass out in front, good poke check there by Crosby.
Yeah, real good stick movement there. There we go.
He starts off with it on the right side. J-Rick, good shot block there by Iowa. Now in front, J-Rick. Good quick shot, but Jones with the solid positioning there.
Yeah, good puck movement there. It's the best one we've had all game, right? It's what got to happen.
Changed at the last center by CJ, and he's able to win the faceoff there, and Iowa clears it out. There should be an icing call, and it will be. Iowa starting out with it again. This is Kessel. Backhander, puck is loose in front. I don't think
Get out of there.
Primetime was able to see where it was. Now controlling again. CJ has it. Now Kessel back to CJ. Tries to find Tommy right there on the doorstep of Patches with the intercept. J-Rick, and tripping call is going to go against Iowa. Duff got tripped up a little bit there, and so the Rochester Americans getting their first power play.
Not sure who it was. Tommy?
Yeah, I think that was Tommy who got called for that one. First power play opportunity now for Rochester in this game. Patches. A good quick pass over to Voss.
There we go.
And Voss Axios with his first goal. I believe up here because he's been playing goal down in the CHL all season.
Yeah, he's been playing goalie down there. Yeah, I just know him from another league. I played with him, and he's an asset. We'll see what happens. Offsides there.
Great pass by Patches to get that over to Voss.
Yes, sir.
A little slow on Jones, though. I thought he had more of an opportunity to get over to make that save. But this is the NHL game.
Correct. Oh,
another trip.
Another one on Tommy too.
It might be. It definitely was one that hit Duff.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like it's Tommy who is out for this one again. So now another opportunity for Rochester here. Now trailing 2-1. Crosby. Poke checked off by Nitram, and the puck is clear.
Good play by Nitram there.
Good play by Voss to get back for that one quickly. J-Rick. Crosby back out to Voss. Gets it over. Good quick play. Good quick shot there by Patches. Crosby tries to get it out front to J-Rick. Intercepts it again. Now finds Voss, who almost hits that same spot. Good blocker save. Now another save off of J-Rick. Pass out in front. Can't connect. And now finally Iowa's going to come out with it. Is this going to be an ice? Yes. Very lucky opportunity there to get an icing.
That was a nice little flurry. A lot of good puck movement there. Starting to look like they know how to play.
Definitely the best movement we've seen from Rochester so far. J-Rick again gets a shot blocked. Patches quickly in there with a shot. No good rebound for Crosby to pick up, and now Iowa comes back. Good play there. Trying to find Tommy in front, but a good play by Patches to get in the middle of it. Tommy gets it back. Tries to get it in front. And Voss with a good defensive play to shut him down.
Yeah, been good on the defensive end. I really like it. The goals that they've scored have been them, right? It's just they're just good. They're going to score. I like what's happening on both teams.
Face-off won by Iowa. Now they are looking to get something going. Tommy gets it knocked off his stick by Duff, who now comes down the right side. Tries to get to Voss. Voss controls. Nice play. Good block off there by Crosby and J-Rick. Now Crosby behind the net, looking to get someone out front. Patches back over to Crosby. Duff tries to get it back to Crosby. He can't find a good enough shot there, and now back the other way is Iowa. Offsides. A little jumpy there on the right side by Kessel. And the faceoff will be outside the American zone. 2-1 here, as you see, 2:25 left to go in the second.
Yeah, great game by both teams here.
Tommy, puck in front. And Primetime just holding his position, not getting too crazy. And that's a smart move by Primetime to just stay right where he is.
Yep, good goalie. Really good goalie. Had him last year, traded for him at the trade deadline. I like what he can do.
Good hit by Patches to help get that puck out of the zone. Now J-Rick. Blocker save off of a partial screen, and now Iowa back the other way. Last 10 seconds of the period. Good play. Nice play to get that puck away from Tommy. J-Rick trying to get something there at the last second, but can't. Good defense overall, but Voss and Patches playing incredibly well back there on the back end and have kept Iowa off the scoreboard in this period. And it's a 2-1 lead now for the Wild after 2.
Yeah, we got some shots there, that's for sure. I think I just saw J-Rick's screen. It's at 10. So, getting some shots on goal, doing the things. Iowa is holy cow, is that a good team. That's those guys play very, very well, very structured. When they're moving the puck in the offensive zone, if you're out of position, you're dead.
Well, there's promised to be a pretty good game, and so far we've seen some good play on both sides. A tale of 2 different periods. We'll see how period 3 now works out as Rochester gets the first opportunity here. Patches. Duff. Can't find Crosby. Now back the other way. Tommy and Patches going for the puck. Patches comes away with it. Duff flips it up, and it gets intercepted. And a good, quick, clear opportunity out front for CJ. And he's able to put that one home.
Good snipe. Like I said, they get that puck in the middle. They get that puck in front of the net, they're tough. You gotta stay in position.
Unassisted by CJ at 2:41. Then I'll give the Wild a 3-1 lead. Now a play in front. As Crosby gets a shot off, but can't quite connect. Now Rochester not able to get something going. Now Tommy back the other way.
Another nice play by the Wild.
Tommy out front. Now the puck finally knocked out. Good play, good work there by Patches and Duff to work on how they're going to deal with Tommy.
Right. And Crosby, too, in the middle is helping to fill that. Tommy is tough.
What we're watching Tommy do is if he can't get the puck in there, he'll get the pass off, but he's immediately moving to the front of the net once he does.
Yep.
Jarick trying to get in front, can't do that. Nice block off by Bossy, and back the other way come Iowa. Patches again. Good deflection off that shot. Now Duff the other way. Has Jarick on the left side. He holds up, stays on side. Bossy able to push it out. Now good quick pass up for Tommy up front. He finds an open Kessel who's able to get a shot off. Good transition by Iowa on that one.
Yeah, another great play, great breakout. We got caught up a little high, and they capitalized every time, right?
They seem to be doing that.
Yep, you give them the chance, they're gonna score, right?
So now 3-goal advantage for Iowa. They come back the other way. And offsides there. What do you want your guys to do at this point?
Yeah, Sibs, I just want them to keep doing what they're doing, right? They're moving the puck very well. You know, it's EA, man, and this is a damn good team, right? This is a really good team. Just keep doing what you're doing, move the puck, and see if you can get one here quick. But don't change anything, right? Because they're moving the puck just fine. Just a damn good team.
Duff's going to get called for one here.
Yeah, that's the other thing, right? Little nerves out there, right? The primetime live game, they're little nerves.
I can't blame Duff too much. He had good body position on that one, and just, you hit a poke check one time too many as far as EA's concerned, and it's a problem.
Yeah, this game, yeah, I can't tell you enough about this game. It's,
But I like this position on Tommy. I thought he gave Tommy no place to go.
Right.
A lot of talk. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Overall, I'm impressed with the way we've played, and I'm damn impressed with the Wild and the way they played here. That's a tough line, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, they've got several tough lines, and that's what's going to make them dangerous in the playoffs.
Mm-hmm. I agree with that.
Now again, Kessel gets it back. He's got a 2-on-1. Gets a shot off in front. Good backhanded save by Primetime. And the fact that it's 4-1 says a lot about how well Primetime has played in net too.
Yeah, he's played good. I'm sure when I talk to him, he's going to say he played like poop, right? That's how he is, and how I think we all are, right?
Sure.
But that's a tough team, right? It's unbelievable.
Another good opportunity, but again, coming back and helping out on defense. Duff, who controls and tries to do something with the puck here. Opportunities have kind of gone away in the third period here for Rochester. It's been all Iowa.
Yep.
As we get down to the last minute of the third period. Pass out in front, and a good quick opportunity there for Tommy as he completes the hat trick.
Yeah, really good game by them. And Patches was in position there too. It's tough. But overall, I think I think both teams played really well. Obviously, Iowa got the best of us.
Opportunity in front, but Crosby can't connect as we get down to the 37.1 second mark here. Third period, Iowa up 5-1 and on their way to another victory. And, thankfully for your guys, they're not looking to needing to take this game in order to stay in any kind of a playoff hunt. You're there, so it's an opportunity to see what kind of talent you're going to have to play against in the playoffs and what you might have to do to make adjustments.
Yeah, 100%. Technically, I don't think we're in yet. I don't think so, but it's close enough, right? I mean, it would be a. I mean, shit, you never know. But right, you never know. But we're close enough, and yeah, it's just it's a hiccup, and we're off with another one. Just frustrated, I probably feel there, but we'll see what happens. It's a tough team and a great play game. I felt like both teams played good. The Wild's defense was something I didn't expect. I knew their forwards were good, but really didn't ever get a chance to take a look at the D-man, and that was impressive.
And so the game has concluded, and the Wild have taken this one 5-1. The Americans had a nice second period to get back into this one, but the Wild offense just too good. As you see Tommy with the hat trick, 3 goals and an assist, 11 save effort by Jones there and Ned, and so. Good game all around for the Wild. You obviously have the opportunity to take some positives away from this one. But, again, we got to see a little bit and you've only played the Wild one other time this year. So not easy to really come away with anything specific that you could say about any team when you've only played them once. But now that you get to see them late in the season, what's your impressions of what you've seen with this club?
Yeah, I think you heard it all game. I was really impressed by the way they played that game. It's hard to beat teams like that. The good thing is those guys can't play every game.
Yeah,
but not to say that their lines aren't deep, right? My guys can't either, right? And that's a very, very strong line on my team. So,
right.
I think you're going to see us make some changes next week. As far as this last week, there's a couple forward lines are going to change. I have to get a center, and I have to get a D-man. So I think I have those guys on my roster, and we're just going to push hard to make it. Sometimes these things happen. It's just the way you come out of them.
And again, Iowa. If you look at some of the numbers here, it's not necessarily all that rough as far as what we're actually looking at here. And I'm going to get these stats up here as quickly as I can, but the shots on goal were pretty even. It wasn't as disparaging as one might think. And you look at the numbers right now with total shots going to Iowa 13-11. Time on attack, obviously 1034 to 426, a big difference there, and
that hurts.
And
that hurts.
You look at that, and that to me, a big part of that could also coming off of the fact that 10 penalty minutes gave them power play opportunities that kept them in your zone a little longer too. And boy, talk about a team. Something you mentioned about wanting your guys to do is to capitalize when you get opportunities like this. And boy, did Iowa do that tonight? They absolutely capitalized on the chances that they got, and your guys played a damn good game. It's just this is the level of what you're going to wind up seeing in the semis and the finals that I think is going to be tough to beat. And I don't know if Iowa is the team, but they're one of those teams who can play like this, and they've got a couple of lines who can do it, and we just saw one of them play tonight.
Oh yeah, that was it's a dang good team, right? And I, like you said, I'm proud of the way my guys played. They're gonna score goals, right? They're gonna score goals every opportunity they had. I mean, we put a lefty in there who I have some trust in and faith in, and he played a damn good game. And Patches on the other side played phenomenal, right?
Right.
But like you said, you got how many penalties did you say? 4?
Well, there's 10 penalty minutes. So you talk about 5 penalties there.
5, yeah. So you can't that in itself. I think that's nerves a little bit. I think that's pressure and pushing and all that good stuff. We can take the take the pressure off and win a game like that. But they played good. My guys played good. I'm proud of the way they played, and we'll kick it up next week and try not to lose a zillion games or whatever that was this week. I don't even know what it was. I just want it to be over. And it's over.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of times this is what can happen within 1 week. You can have a bunch of losses that can really affect your team. And, like you said, sometimes you just need the week to be done. You need some time over the weekend to let guys cool down from it. And then you hope that they come back and just play and not worry about, what happened last week. But the flip side of it is when you play a really good team like Iowa, who, you expect is going to make a big splash in the playoffs, it's sort of a chance to measure yourself up against that quality of a team. And in a way, two things can happen from it. You can either get really depressed about it, or you could take it as, okay, now we know what we have to make up to in order to get past a team like that and what we need to do. So
yeah. I'll even add a third one because I guarantee it's going to happen in the Discord. Somebody's going to freak out, right? Somebody's going to freak out. There is the lash out, pissed off guy too. So, but I err on the side of the first thing you said, I believe, where you just take it in stride, right? You move forward as a team, and you're probably going to have guys that are going to be pissy about it, but you move forward as a team. We've gotten this far. We just got to finish strong. It's 1 week. Come on. Not worried. And plus, it's a game, right?
Exactly.
We just play to have fun.
Exactly. So again, we'll certainly talk more in detail about everyone's plans for week 9. But again, what after what's gone on this week for your team, what do you try to say to them over the next couple of days when you're playing, practice games, whatever? What do you try and tell your guys to do as far as what just happened and what you expect this week?
I'm gonna tell them to just chill out and go have a good time. I'm gonna be honest with you. I mean, just relax, go be with your friends, hang out. Don't worry too much about this game for a day or so.
Right.
And then come back and hit it hard. Make sure we get a couple shifts minimum with your line this week. Like I said, I'm making changes, so. We'll see what happens, right? But we definitely need to have a couple shifts together. I'm going to move some guys around a bit, see what happens. I know what we've had up till this point, right? I'm going to use this last week and have a little bit of fun, and with some of my lines. But you just tell them to go out and have a good time and come back. We'll hit it next week. We did so well all season. We hiccup one week. Who cares? Go out, do what you did all season, and come back and let's keep going. So, and I got a little work to do to fill some holes, but
certainly
that's on me.
You absolutely do.
So,
all right, sir. Well, listen. Thanks for helping out tonight, and
it's fun.
A lot of fun doing it. We'll do more of these. We got a lot more coming up, and of course, next week we're gonna take a look at what's going on with who's really involved in the playoff picture, and go from there as to whether or not we who we're going to cover. So we don't know what games we're going to do just yet. We don't know how many we're going to do, but we're going to take a look at the schedule, try and get some idea, and then go from there. And I'll get the information out as quickly as I can about what games we're going to cover. But certainly we're once again going to come down to a few divisions who are going to have to try and get something going in the last few games to get themselves into the playoffs. And that's always the fun part for me, Six, is the last week or two of the season where guys are really starting to understand it's now or never, and we're going to have a few of those games next week.
Oh, yeah. I mean, and that's my team too, excuse me. And it's a lot of teams, right?
Right.
I like the races too, right? Like the end of the season here, to see a couple teams move up from the now or never thing, but also for teams that are locked in too, right?
Right.
Those teams that are locked in also are in that same boat. Like, we can't slow down, right? We got to keep going. We got to keep churning. We got to keep playing. So,
sure.
It's now or never for everybody, except for the people that are eliminated, right? So
exactly.
Yep.
All right, sir. Well, listen, thanks for helping out tonight, and we'll talk to you again. We'll talk to you on Sunday, hopefully. You got any baseball games you have to go to?
I don't know. I do have. You know what? I bet I can't be there.
You do. You do what you're
My
told.
son's got football at 2:00.
Football.
Jesus Christ!
Oh,
Oh man,
that's
it's
ridiculous.
the life of a sports dad, right?
I guess. All right. Well, again, thanks, Sixer. Appreciate you helping out tonight. You guys have been watching the PSN hockey exclusive here with LeagueGaming.com and the YouTube channel. Thanks for watching again tonight's game between Rochester and Wild with the final score. The Iowa Wild 5 and the Rochester Americans 1. You've been watching the AHLPSN Game of the Week. I'm T. Sibbs for 6 saying so long, and we will talk to you on Sunday.